story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take our coverage. The rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to stay. Come and see the widow living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, the children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We got major headlines.
We got major headlines. We got major stories.
There is no job, no money.
Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A pleasant, warm welcome from Freedom Radio to you. Good morning to you and welcome to the pre-news.
How many people do you help out there?
Yeah, we're about to bring you the major headlines,
No money.
major stories for you on this edition of the show.
For poor man.
I'm Wendell Nimne, and I'm here with you this morning to run you through those stories making headlines in the print media. All right, folks. I like to acknowledge the management team before we can go into our show this morning. I like to acknowledge the management team of the National Port Authority, for the level of work being done so far since the inception of this government. We see some major changes at the free port of Monrovia. We see that the team there is trying to give the National Port Authority a facelift, and we see some changes. The fence has been increased. We see the electronic system that is being installed, and all of the good work being done there at the free port of Monrovia. So, I want to say a big thank you to the management team of the National Port Authority, headed by Sekou Dukle. It is our responsibility to talk good and talk bad. When people do good things, it is our responsibility to appreciate them. When people do bad things, we should also, let them know that what they did is bad. So we want to say a big thank you to Sekou Dukle and the team there at the National Port Authority for the level of work done so far. All right. So we will keep letting the public know about all of the good things happening in the country, and we'll also let the public know about the bad things happening in the country. So, every day passing through the port and listening to people from the port, that's a great change. We must appreciate them for the level of work. It is our taxpayer money that is doing everything at the free port. It's not their personal money. All right. The next government that will come, would not have to go to do all of the job that they are doing now. They will have to start from somewhere else. So we want to say a big thank you to them. Let me use this medium to appreciate the management team at the National Port Authority, headed by Mr. Sekou Hussein Dukle. All right, folks. So this morning I've been joined by my colleague Aliyu Masaleh. Aliyu is here, and so let's welcome Aliyu. Aliyu, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Nimne, and good morning, Mama Labira. Adiyu Masari. I'm glad to be here this morning. As our country at Abi.
Well, the rain, my man. The rain is getting the country flooded, So uh,
Yeah.
the country had the rain falling, and people are homeless. People homes are being flooded. I mean, too many things happening in the country. So I mean, I would not say. that the country is okay relatively. There is no war, no guns shooting, no bullets flying, but uh, things are not too pretty. Just to let you know.
Um,
So,
and
mm,
that's the terrible one. Now it is raining for those homeless people. It is so terrible. Where are you going to? Because like during the dry season, where you will go to put your mattresses, blanket, and tea to sleep. During the rainy season, you can't do that because everywhere is flooded. So it's just like almost here during winter. Those homeless people shall sleep in the street, and it's not easy for them. So that's the same thing over there now. It's
no,
snowing. You don't know where to go, where to find to put your comforter. Well, that is it. We pray for a better country. Thank you.
thank you very much, Aliyu Masale. And let me just run you through the few comments we have. We have Vinicius Junior Bar. He says, watching live from Town. We have again Vinicius Bar says, we are is coming back 2029. Sam Toby, good morning. He says, yeah, good morning, my Freedom family. I'm following you from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And we have Henry Tito Jr. says, good morning to the print news crew of both Freedom FM and Radio LIB, USA, with our weather report man, Uncle Tunis from Staten Island, New York, the Big Apple. I'm following you from my residence in Upper Caldwell. Thanks for the great update on our country, Liberia. Okay, Ratty Bleedy says, I'm watching you from the Philippines. Okay, so far, so good. Those are all the comments. And we also have Jiba. Jiba, please check your phone. All right, it's important that you check your phone. Jiba Kamara, watching live from Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. He says, we are here again. It's always good to have you here. Kadike Passaway says, good morning to you and Aliyu. Good morning to you, Kadike Passaway. Good morning to all of you. And welcome to this edition of the show from the Print News. Aliyu, just before you could come on, I was trying to acknowledge the level of work that is ongoing at the free port of Monrovia. They have increased the fence. Before the fence was a bit lower, but now you cannot, see into the port so easily. And they are doing some electronic installation there too, to have workers access the port easily, where you will not go through all of that, manual check and all of that. This time, everything is going to be electronic. So I think that's a good news. We just thought it wise to
Yes,
flex it, to
that's
have
that's
our
that's a good news. That's a good news. Congratulations to the government and also my cousin, the managing director at the Free Port. That's good. These are some of the things we want to see because like he tried to carry something back that he saw to other countries he traveled to try to digitize that whole area. So people, like before when you want to enter the pool, you have to pull your bag and they do this, they do that. These are good things. Like we said, we pray for a better country, and we always pray for the government to succeed and to do the best so there can be some changes and other things. So that's a good job of Mr. Duque. Keep it up.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you. There. Let's take some headlines from the Inquirer newspaper. We have from Kadike Passaway. She says, "Good morning to you, Aliyu and Wendell." Abraham N.
Good morning,
Addison says,
Daddy.
"Good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm watching you live from my comfortable residence, where it's not indicated." Stephen Kennewan says, "Good luck." Ambassador Walton Butcher Morgan Jr. says, I'm following from my Johnsonville resident, Vice Chairman for Warfare, CDC regular intellectual militant. And Ambassador Walton Bushel Morgan Jr. says, please let me share the show. Please do. Thank you so much. It says, we are is coming back. That's Ambassador Walton Butcher Morgan Jr. says here, we are is coming back. All right, so I have two local dailies in our studio this morning. I have the Inquirer newspaper and the front page Africa, and our stories this morning was sent out from that front page Africa. But let's get to the Inquirer newspaper. It says, "I cannot replace human judgment," CBL boss warns. The executive governor of the Central Bank of Liberia, Henry Samoa, has urged West African professionals to embrace artificial that's artificial intelligence. All right, AR. Okay, so that's the story right there. Let's move on to more stories. GLS Menzies breaks silence on RA cargo prop, says staff obstructed suspicious shipment. And LRA showcases digital tax reforms, diplomatic investment forum in Ghana. Let's take you to the back page of the Inquirer newspaper. The back page, it says soldier accuses police of theft in Magibi. Wow. A preliminary report from the commander of the Magibi Crown Service Department, Mohammed Kroman, says a corporal of the Armed Forces of Liberia is accusing the police officer of stealing blocks from his land in the county. In the report dated June 27, 2026, Kroman said the complaint was filed by a 45-year-old resident of Unification City, Corporal Jeremiah Seeker, who said he discovered that on June 20, 2026, some blocks he had been producing and storing on his land since January had been tampered with and removed. All right, that's the story there. Lastly, for the Inquirer newspaper, it says here NAFA alarms over fish safety, demands tougher quality checks. And we see this, the Director General of NAFA, Sarah Sibe, has issued a strong call for stricter and continuous fish quality assurance measures across Liberia. Sibe, who also warned that maintaining high food safety standards is critical to protecting consumers and strengthening national food security and expanding opportunities for trade and investment. I think that's all we can take from the Inquirer newspaper. And let's move on now. This is where we're going to take all of our major stories from today on the show, the Inquirer newspaper. And it says here, following the legal process, Finabono clears final hurdle in Shole hearing as court sets July 3 for ruling. And another story, this is human trafficking story. Request denied. Court rejects defense request to revisit alleged crime scene. Senior police investigator denies talking or taking defendant's property, including cell phones. And lastly, for top stories, acting outside of the law, rights group raised alarm over Boaka's suspension of INCHR chair. And let's move on with the big stories. Female electric keke drivers are breaking barriers and fighting air pollution, breaking into the male-dominated transport. When I started, some of the guys who blew their horns just to scare me, I would get frightened and leave the road. But later, I overcame it. Now I'm used to the traffic. Since I started riding, I can provide transportation and recess money for the children. Every day that God sent, we are able to get something. We are able to be a help to our family. Who was saying this? Tita Sherman, female keke driver. And folks, this is the big story. This is the big story. This is where we're going to draw our talking points from on this edition of the show. LDEA under fire for home raid. Filming naked female occupant as public questions silence over US 90 million cocaine case. Troubling and vexing. This story is very interesting. We see the photograph of some DEO officials, the photograph of the Justice Minister, the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, Councillor Oswald Natu Twe is photographed here, and we see the photograph of the Montserrado County Senator, Abraham Darius Dillon. So let's take a few lines from that story. It's very interesting. Let's take a few lines from there. This is where Aliyu and I, together with the team, will take our talking points from. The Liberia drug, let me get the story, and it says here, the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, LDEA, is fixing criticism following the circulation of a video showing officers allegedly breaking into a residence during a drug operation and filming a female occupant who was completely naked inside her room. The footage has generated widespread outrage, with citizens, activists, and political commentators questioning the conduct of officers entrusted with enforcing the country's drug laws. The controversy comes at a time when the agency is already facing intense public scrutiny over what many describe as the slow pace of investigations into the seizure of nearly US 19.2 million worth of cocaine intercepted earlier this month at the Rabat International Airport. The incident has intensified criticism that the LDEA appears to be directing significant resources toward aggressive operations against ordinary citizens, while the country's largest recent cocaine seizure remains unresolved. Critics argued that although officers demonstrated force in executing the residential raid, investigators have yet to announce a single arrest or charge any suspect believed to be responsible for importing the massive cocaine shipment. The contrast, they say, has raised uncomfortable questions about the agency's priorities and commitment to pursuing major drug trafficking networks. Many Liberians have drawn direct link between the controversy rate and the ongoing investigation into the cocaine seizure, arguing that law enforcement appears more determined to pursue what they describe as smaller features than confronting those suspected of operating sophisticated drug trafficking syndicates. The absence of arrests in the high profile airport case has fueled public frustration, with many questioning why ordinary communities continue to experience aggressive enforcement, while those allegedly connected to large scale narcotics operations remain unidentified or unchanged weeks after the seizure. Several Liberians have described the footage as deeply disturbing, insisting that the LDA was established to combat illegal narcotics, not to expose citizens to humiliation. They argued that the apparent filming of the woman represented a serious breach of professional ethics and called for immediate disciplinary measures against any officer found responsible for violating operational procedures. Liberians have further argued that while drug enforcement agencies must aggressively confront narcotics trafficking, such efforts should never come at the expense of basic human rights. They maintain that operation must be guided by legal warrants, judicial oversight, and respect for personal dignity. According to those voices, ending departure from these standards risks undermining public confidence in institutions responsible for enforcing the law. Several Liberians who reached or reacted to the incident described the footage as both shocking and unacceptable, arguing that citizens should never become victims of humiliation in the name of law enforcement. They maintain that the authority granted to security officers carries an obligation to protect lives and uphold constitutional rights rather than intimidate or embarrass vulnerable individuals. Others argue that the controversy has damaged public confidence in the LDEA at a time when the institution is expected to lead the country's fight against organized drug trafficking. According to those voices, professionalism and respect for human dignity should remain central to every operation, regardless of the allegations being investigated. Community members also question why law enforcement appears capable of executing swift and forceful operations against ordinary neighborhoods, why the investigation into the massive cocaine seizure has yet to produce arrests of those believed to be behind the shipment. They argue that such contrasts reinforce public perceptions that enforcement efforts disproportionately target the powerless. Emmanuel Faya, a resident of ERWA, called on President Joseph Newman Bwaka to ensure that accountability extends beyond institutional leadership to include officers directly involved in alleged misconduct. Misconduct, they maintain that restoring public confidence will require transparent investigations and visible disciplinary action where wrongdoing is established. Liberians are still waiting to hear who imported almost US 90 million worth of cocaine. That investigation deserves the same urgency shown during the neighborhood raids. The fight against drugs should never become a fight against dignity of our own citizens. Prince Kekula, a resident of Painesville, warned that failure to adequately address the controversy could further erode trust between communities and security institutions, emphasizing that effective drug enforcement depends heavily on public cooperation and confidence in the fairness of law enforcement agencies. We want drug traffickers arrested, but we do not want innocent people humiliated. The law must protect every Liberian regardless of the accusations. He said if officers can record a woman in such a vulnerable condition, then serious questions must be asked about professionalism and respect for human rights. Dillon voices qualms over delay in the investigations. Meanwhile, Montserrat County Senator Abraham Darius Dillon has expressed frustration over the prolonged silence surrounding the investigation into Liberia's alleged recent cocaine seizure. In a statement released Monday, Senator Dillon questioned why investigators have yet to identify, arrest, or formally charge those responsible for the nearly US 19.2 million cocaine shipment intercepted at the Rabat International Airport earlier this month. Describing the situation as troubling and vexing, Senator Dillon argued that the continued absence of official updates has become increasingly difficult for the public to understand. He noted that despite repeated assurances from authorities that a comprehensive investigation was underway, weeks have passed without the announcement of any suspects being formally prosecuted, fueling widespread public concerns over the credibility of the investigation. The senator further warned that prolonged silence from the joint security risks eroding public confidence in the government's commitment to dismantling major drug trafficking networks. According to Senator Dillon, transparency and the timely communication are essential to maintaining public trust, particularly in investigation involving narcotics with such significant financial and national security implications. The prolonged and defeating public silence by the Joint Security investigating the over US 90 million cocaine case is becoming even more troubling and vexing. Senator Dillon said the Joint Security must come forth this week, no fear, no favor. When contacted regarding the circulating video, LDEA spokesperson Orlando Deming, Orlando Deming confirmed that the agency has opened an investigation into the footage. Responding to questions, Deming said, "We are currently investigating that video." Asked whether that was the agency's only response at this stage, he replied, "Yes, until after our investigation, then we will come out with our official statement." Well, folks, that's it. Those are the stories there for you this morning on the program from the Print News. And this is a regular future year. This program is on your radio straight up from Monday to Friday. On Friday, we don't do the papers. On Friday, what we do, we give our prices and ask questions. So let me recap those stories we brought you this morning. Then we send controls to our weather report man to run us through the weather for today. So we've started this morning with the Inquirer newspaper. AI cannot replace human judgment, CBL boss warns. GLS Menzies breaks silence over RIA cargo probe, says staff obstructed suspicious shipment. And lastly, for the front page of the Inquirer newspaper, LRA showcases digital tax reforms diplomatic investment forum in Ghana. To the back page, soldier accuses police of theft in Magibi. The soldier man said the policeman steal his bricks. So that is story there. NAFA alarms over fish safety, demands tougher quality checks. And that does it for the Inquirer newspaper. All right, let's move on. The front page is next. Following the legal process, Finabondo clears final hurdle in surety hearing at court sets July 3 for ruling. And request denied. Court rejects defense request to revisit alleged crime scene. Senior police officer denies taking defendant's property, including cell phones. And finally, for top stories, acting outside the law or acting outside of the law. Rights group raise alarm over Bwaka's suspension of the INCH era chair. And female electric keke drivers are breaking barriers and fighting air pollution, breaking into the male-dominated transport. And then lastly, LDA on fire for home raid, filming naked female occupant as public questions silence over U.S. 90 million cocaine case, troubling and vexing. The photograph of Montserrat County Senator Darius Dillon this year and the Minister of Justice. Well, folks, those are all the stories we can take this morning. Let's take our break. When we come back, we send controls to our weather report man to run us through the weather for today. Stay tuned as we go for our break.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
We want peace in Liberia, peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Robbie, why you take it?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide it. So we start to talk.
Oh, yes, I'm telling you, folks, this is the best time for you. Those of you having your graduation party, you having some special occasion, maybe your birthday party, your kids are graduating, you want to get cheaper cheaper drinks, I mean, where you would take small money and you get plenty things. That's Exeter's Best Price Store, I'm telling you. Trust me, those of you in the Painesville, Congo Town, connecting areas to Old Road, you don't have to come all the way to town. There's a branch right there on the Old Road, Smart Road Junction. Just stop there and take small money there, and you will get plenty drinks. I'm telling you, the guys are very cheap. I mean, drinks that are affordable. That's why you get at Exeter's Best Price Store. If you are in Central Town, across the bridge, well, you can make a stop to Gurley Street, is where the hair branch is, and spend small money and get plenty drinks. I mean, they have everything there, non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages. The good news for you is that Exeter's Best Price Store have reduced the prices on all club beer products. So you see, that's a good news. Well, let's leave the shores of Liberia and bring in our weather report man to run us through the weather report for the day. Tunis, good morning.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Aliu. Good morning, Mama Liberia. Assalamu alaikum to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Your weatherman, Suleiman Hashim Tunis, coming to you live from Staten Island, New York, Radio LIB. We're giving you the weather report, but we'll give you a little bit of sports report before we give you the weather report about the FIFA World Cup 2026. I know you guys are watching it, but there are a lot of people may not know the result. That's what we're here for. Yesterday, four games were played. South Africa, no, Sunday, South Africa played, and they were eliminated by Canada 1-0. Yesterday, three games played. Brazil and Japan played. Brazil won that game 2-1, last minute to time. So Germany going home. Yesterday also, Japan rather, Brazil and Japan play, and Brazil beat Japan 2-1. Japan going home, and this is round of 32. Germany played yesterday with Paraguay, and it ended up in 5-5 penalty. Germany was eliminated. Big fish, they went home by penalty goal. And also yesterday, late yesterday game was Netherlands, which is Holland, and Morocco. Morocco eliminated Netherlands by 5-5 penalty. The score was 3-2. Germany, Paraguay, 5-5 penalty. The score was 4-3. Germany missed 2 penalties. Paraguay missed 1. Yesterday on, Netherlands missed 3 penalties. Or the goalkeeper saved them. And Morocco missed just 2. So Morocco stay in the lead. They are going to round of 16. Today's game will be our brother team, our sister team. Ivory Coast will be playing Norway. It's a tough match. That game will start in your time over there by 5 o'clock. And its next game will be France and Sweden. Also, that game will start 9 o'clock in your time over there. Over here is 5 o'clock. And the next 3 game today. The next game will be Mexico and Ecuador. That particular game will start in the morning area in your time over there, which will be 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. The next day tomorrow. Over here is 9 p.m. Okay, so that's your sports report from FIFA World Cup 2026 here in the North America. It's been hosted by North America, 3 countries, USA, Canada, and Mexico. Now let's move on to the weather report. The weather today is not too bad. Today weather is not too bad. Let me just give you the rest of the day you got here. It's a little bit, you experience light rain. The temperature, first of all, is 80 degrees. Feels like 86. Okay, that's how high it is. But with all that highness, you have a light rain coming this afternoon. You might see a little bit of sun, though. Don't worry. The sun will want to squeeze itself inside, but it's just like yesterday. Whatever sun came yesterday, it was unnecessary anyway. It didn't solve any problem. So, but the rest of the day is a light rain, cloudy and light rain. Cloudy and light rain. Okay, but it's not going to be heavy like yesterday. Tomorrow is also like today. Tomorrow all day it will be cloudy and rain. The sun will want to bring itself in, but it's nothing to worry about or to even be happy about. Day after tomorrow, which is Thursday, we always give you 3-day forecast. Today, tomorrow, and the next day after tomorrow. Okay, that's going to be the same as Wednesday. Wednesday, the temperature going to be 81. It will feel like 89. And it will be a little bit wet, cloudy with light rain. Thursday is probably the best day so far. So far, the way I see it, Thursday is the best day because you got a lot of sun. Even though it's going to be moody and cloudy, it's better than this rest of the day since the week started. Remember this, Thursday might be the best day so far. You can move around, Kekeden will be moving between cars and all of that. But these 2 days is a little bit light rain. Today and tomorrow, you'll experience more cloudiness and a little bit of rain. So that's it. And let's move on with the show. Let me send control back to you.
Thank you there, Tunis, for the sporting report and the weather report. Thank you so much. That's what we are here to do: inform, educate, and entertain. So we brought you all the stories. Let's go to our man Aliu Masale, who's going to take the lead.
Good morning, Brother Tunis.
Good morning, Ali.
Yeah, thank you there for the stories. First of all, those team can riders. I
I
think
mean,
this I think we want
you
to
didn't thank me for this full report, man. You know,
see. Thank you for the sport news. Yeah, yeah. Those female keke riders, that's a good thing. I think some of our sisters they need to start thinking in that direction
Mm,
to be productive instead of just plucking their eyebrows, fixing their nails, fixing their hairs, go sit to clubs Sunday night, drink and go home. This time in Liberia, women drink more than men. I'm sorry if you feel somehow insulted, but you people have to be somehow productive so men can stop taking advantage of you people. Because when you get a woman that just sitting in the home doing nothing, that's the time you look down upon her. So I think that's a great step they are taking, and I think we encourage other women to do the same. Okay. To this issue about this horrible and troubling and disturbing video that is parading the social media of those LDEA officials or officers who went to carry on an arrest and he mediated that lady in such a form and manner. I don't know if it were their sister or their daughters, how were they going to feel about such humiliation? You know, Liberia, we always pray to have a better country. And we want this government to do the right thing that they promised the Liberian people that they came to do. And under this government today, we don't expect to see those kind of irresponsible and reckless behavior of officers in the street there because these people claim to be so sophisticated, educated, and responsible. But everything they are just on the opposite. You see, like I don't know how they go about doing their arrest and other things. I don't know as to whether she was served with rate that they were see I know the rate they can gain there such a serious what kind of seizure rate, all kind of thing, whether the issue or anything or such that they were going to search your place for drugs. I don't know if that was given to her. That they just went there and even to post that kind of video. How did you feel? You went to carry on a search or to go and arrest drugs and whatsoever, and she was like completely naked, and you video her, and then you took it and put it on social media to prove that oh yes you are working. That's very unprofessional and irresponsible behavior. Today you get $19 million worth of drugs that enter the country. The poor, the first poor, second poor, I don't know how they call them, poor king and Peter King. Since people said that the drugs were taken from their house, and the government done any search in our house, that place supposed to be barricaded as a crime scene immediately where nobody's supposed to go there if be under the government control to search their house or in the sleep, every part of their house. It- Why you do it to that lady? I think you're supposed to do it to the poor the house. Your Paul King, your Peter King, where $19 million worth of cocaine came from. But today we didn't see any LDEA officer for them to barricade that place as a crime scene for them to go and search. Why? And this is why when people say government officials are involved in today $19 million cocaine, you don't need a rocket scientist to tell you. Because while you're day to that lady, we expect to see such thing happening to Peter and house, Paul King or Peter King, whatsoever King. That place should have been barricaded, where in Liberia National Police, DEA, everybody going there to make sure nobody enter that place for them to search that place where that cocaine came from. Have you people asked how the cocaine came to the port, how it left the port, who was the shipper, who was the consignee, who went to receive it? Nobody. But But today you're going after people that will be selling $5,000 US or $2,000 Liberian dollar or cooking in the country, humiliating them in such a form. This is not good. See what is happening now today in Liberia. Delta Airline, they have post up to every coming from Liberia on their flight. That alone, are you people thinking about that? So now, if you use to or send cargo on Delta Airline, no.
Aliyu, are you there? Yeah? Aliyu? Aliyu, are you there? What's going on? Aliyu? He's not muted. I don't know. He called me and no response. Tunis,
He
you
probably,
want to
he
reach out?
probably, he probably in that area.
Mm. But Tunis, you can take it from there. Let's take it from your end. You've been there and listening. There is this video about the DEA arrest, and this lady was naked. And that video, I don't know whether you saw that video. It went viral. I don't know what you have to say about that virus video.
I had a video. I even shared it in some of my chat room
Mm.
I belong to, which was disgraceful and sorrowful so far. I mean, we have this big drugs bus in transit. And up to today's day, we have nothing. Someone have been suspended from his job because the person never been arrested. Also, the locations the drugs came from have been told to the DEA. Still, they didn't have no court order to go and search whether there are some more of that drugs still there. None of that happening under the investigation. We are going 3 weeks now into this investigation. Complete 3 weeks. This thing started since the 8th. It came to the media the 10th. Today, the 30th. All right. We have no understanding. But here is a poor lady, common lady, in her home with her children, female children, butt naked. You come there, you say you find drugs, you start breaking her home, videotaping her, and posting about it in the video. What kind of people we're dealing with? What kind of professionalism is this? DEA officials. Where are we going? Or we can be so harsh on the common people, like the artist that was having a little bit of marijuana to smoke to entertain himself with, so that he can boost himself to go and perform. You paraded him, make him look so small, like he had done the worst thing in Liberia. Yeah, it's a lady. We all know female how to deal with it. But naked in the video, nobody recorded that video but the same DEA that was there. And when I put it to social media, posting about it, instead of the drugs they arrested from that point, from that particular home, to bring it up to at least prove that yes, drug was in this house. This is the reason why we came with this kind of force. We didn't see the drugs, but here we have to see a naked mother and nobody there to even secure her. We're still waiting to someone to be arrested. Someone already been suspended by the president, and that person parading all over the city, boasting that nothing can happen to him. Okay, that's how we behave in Liberia. This is what the people we gave authority to enforce the law. This is the selective justice that we're experiencing in Liberia. There are certain people that are out of law. They can't be touched. But the common man like us, they can rush to us and do whatever they feel like. Then I mean they're doing their job. They're really working. Before you go into somebody's home, in any country, any civilized country, I don't care how much drugs they have in there. It can be even the whole world. Before anybody, any police officer, any DEA, any security force enter that house, you have to go and get a court permit from the court. And before you get a permit, you have to give a substantial proof that yes, there's a drugs in that house. And then the court will look at it, examine it, say yes, this is a warrant. Take it to that person and do anything to bring that drugs out. But this did not happen. Because if it's happened, it will be in the newspaper. We read the newspaper here just now. We didn't hear anything like that in it, that there was a court warrant to go and search in our woman's house. What the government will have to do with this now, say we're sorry, after breaking that woman home, make it disgracing her, then that this is the rescue government. Every day they give me a hard feeling, breaking people's homes for any reason. It's on the alley, so nobody's supposed to build on the alley. The president home is built on the alley. We all know that. Why he didn't take the example? He didn't set the example on himself first. Then we know, yes, everybody's homes that are on the alley have to be broken down. Now, people who we into ill, this is not small thing we're in. We call this on ourselves. We will experience it until the rest of these people time. So I'm sorry this happened to that lady. Very, very sorry. But it was not fair. It was not fair to that lady. And the government really need to compensate that lady and make her heart feel good, because they broke that woman's heart in front of the world, the entire world. They disgraced that woman for nothing. Nothing. Because where's the drugs? Where is the warrant? Let's even agree that there was drugs there. Where is the warrant to go into that woman's house? Or you can just walk into anybody's home, like you did it to that artist. You just walk into his home. The law don't do that, man. That's not how the law go. Okay? That's not how it is. The court have to give an order to you to go there. And they could not just give you that order. You have to give them the proof that yes, there is the substance in that place. Then they will see it and say, yeah, go and get it, whichever way you can. This is what I see in the window. There's a lot of things going on in Liberia behind the scene that is not fair to we the Liberian, we common people. We're the only one that can be rushed to justice to us. But when it comes to certain people, they take their time, and sometimes they just step on it and sweep it under the rug. This is the government we're experiencing today in Liberia. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you, there, Tunis, and folks. Like we said, we'll talk the good, we'll talk the bad. That's the bad. One of the bad side of the government. Those of you who saw that video, I mean, it didn't go down well with some of us, knowing the fact that we have girls, children, we have our sisters, we have our mothers, we have our wives. To just take somebody naked picture and just put it on the social media is very much unethical.
Mr. Nimle,
And yeah, just a minute, Aliyu. Let me just land, and we're running out of time. Let me just make my point in just a few minutes. So the thing is, I mean, you cannot do that to a woman. To just expose the woman nakedness because you said she got drugs, or she's keeping drugs, or you can't do it. LDA, you just put up graduates these few days that the training you give them that want to go to arrest. That's how they should carry on their arrest. Is that the training? Is that the ethics you taught them? Biago, Ernest Tapper, my good friends at the LDEA, these guys need to be disciplined because it's wrong. Put yourself in the shoes of the family to that woman to see their daughter picture, just everybody who just seeing her nakedness. It doesn't go down well with her. That's a heartbreaking thing. She's going through a trauma right now. It's not easy. Men were not loving to you to see your nakedness. Then the worst of it, they put it on the social media for everybody to see it. Who uploaded that video should be penalized, and the officers who went on to effect that arrest, they also need to be penalized because it's unethical. You can't do it. You can do it. Baliu, let me just give you the minutes so we can get to the cause. No time. Let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Anil. Like you said, we are waiting on the government and the LDEA to show all the warrant that they took to go and search that lady house. We need to see it because see those kings their house today. Who went there to go search? Nobody went to that house. Where that place barricaded as a crime scene where $19 million worth of cocaine came from. And Liberian people, they are taking their jobs basically to be something like they, and this is something like on the international stage. You see, so people who are doing businesses, they will travel, and when they go out, they buy their cargo and think they put it on another flight to connect to Delta Airline to bring it to Liberia. That one have been stopped. No cargo from Liberia can get on any Delta flight now. And people just sitting over there, they overlooking this thing, and the government know what they are doing. Like I said, their just case will be like the Brian McGay case. When it came to
Mhm.
Brian McGay alleged rape case, Gregory Coleman said we need to do forensic, we need to do DNA, we need to get the American embassy involved. You can't just say somebody raping will catch the person who put their in jail. At the end of the day today, he certificated he walk free. This is the city with
Okay.
the George case. None of those guys have been arrested. Their homes were never barricaded to be searched. And today, nobody know what is going on. This is not good. We say sorry for that lady and her family and the government. They need to take action against those people that went to make that arrest or search. Thank you.
Thank you, Aliyu. Thank you very much. Let's run the few comments. We gotta go. No time. Okay, we have here. We say okay. We stop to Ambassador Walton Butcher Morgan Jr. He says we are is coming back. Dodi Veronica Chia says, good morning, Freedom Family. Wisa Colley says, I'm watching live from Monrovia, Liberia. MVTC Veronica Chia again says, look good. Veronica Chia says, I'm watching you from Claratown. And she says, my lovely radio station. Gay Caesar Divine Grace Boston Jr. says, good morning, guys. I hope you guys are doing pretty good today. I'm following you from Barnesville, Quebec. God Shirley Coleman says, well, TC says, well, we are GMW. Mac Cumming, my own nephew, says, good morning, Uncle Tunes, Aliyu, and the rest of the panelists. And I also say good morning to the peace loving people of Funde Community, Borough of Newcastle. Andrew Agape Gode says, good morning, my Freedom FM family. I'm watching you from Beverly Hills, Virginia, Monrovia. Okay, Makuma again says, I'm watching from Woodbridge, Virginia, USA. Uh, and my concern has to do with the improper conduct of the LDA officers by filming and posting videos of a young lady on social media. Makuma again says, let the LDA go beyond the local dealer and drug users and let them dismantle the entire cartel and bring those traffickers to the law. Ezekiel Newman Johnson says, good morning, following you from Chicken Soup Factory. Andrew D. Gibson says, good afternoon. I'm watching you from Tinker's Village. Those are all the comments. Right, let's get to the phone lines. We are about to take calls on the show. And I know that it is not something that we normally do here, where people will say, hey, these guys are talking good about the government, and the government have made some mark. They're trying to highlight the marks the government make. Yes, look, any good thing, I mean, on this platform from the print news, any good thing happening in this government or under this regime would come behind these microphones and say it to you.
Gus is in there. Gus is in the
If
back.
any bad things happen, okay, if any bad things happen, cause we have to wait. We're about to go for calls because we ain't got much time. So God will just greet the audience and then we take the calls. So let me just conclude and go to him. So, like I was saying, when people do good, we'll come here and praise them. When people do bad, we'll come here and praise them. Because bad people will tell you that they did bad, right? Are we praising them? No, we're not going to praise bad people. We'll expose the bad and we'll also praise the good things they do. So let's bring in our colleague to greet you and then we take calls. Gus, good morning. Gus, unmute your system. Gus is muted. Gus, your system is muted. Okay, I think we'll get to the calls. Let's take calls on the show 0776 104 104, 086 500 104, the female line 0770 297 016, and the WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. Let's talk to our first caller. Hello?
Yeah, good morning, bro. Window.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my name is Bomian from I'm calling for Johnsonville.
Go ahead, Bamuyan. Let's hear you.
Bro, window, that video is very, very embarrassing. He people that did that one, they have no moral honor to do it. We're not surprised. The president, there's so many people going to happy. We're not happy people going to happy. We have seen that happening like, bro. I saw that video that bro with that night. I want to look at that video. How can it be woman naked? What now? You don't play one on social media. See, always bears here. Almost opinion. You're bringing cocaine, you're producing cocaine in the country. You want to do something, no account. You're all the opinion. You're going to do your parents, all around. You're almost done it. Once it's selling drugs, you're selling drugs, I'm falling no more. And we're not going to video that. You're just with the drug dealer no more. You're drugs, yeah. You could get a DA posted who read that one yesterday. They were very bad about the DA. The DA said they're polluted this country. Nothing will get government. It's going to let you smoke. The small few ones they take them on the body can't that go smoking. What is happening in the country? You are not producing cocaine in the country and to the Bangladesh and Chile. That I want to tell. Coming for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vamoya. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Hey, I see Mr. Dine.
I'm fine. Thank you. Welcome to the show.
Mr. Matane. Mr. Dine, tell the people that you come up for justice to the order. Nothing they don't work for justice. Why they can put there? They come of God taking people, Mr. Dine. Order. Why they come behaving like this? If God taking a woman for the people, nothing they don't work for justice. Say you can't put it. You should wait. But you never wait there for result when you want to
Thank you. Let's take Masisi. Welcome to the show. Masisi, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Let me say hi to Sally and my people. The market to me. It's after and cost. Look, window. You can call on the government. The thing that's happening now in this country was all the embassy also. I think they saw that video. I saw that my girlfriend yesterday. I shared tears with them to display women who. Can you imagine you got 19.2 million drugs in this country? The men have received that drug at the house. We told them they were at my home. I'm going to the airport. They men very big in this country. He's drinking wine and so don't do. You say he's a person of Israel? Same Jackson went down. Wherever he saw the big of police, they were at that place. They dragged that man to the station and they put him behind bar. So they to see our daughter, our sister, our mother, they disgrace. You say you got information on the woman. As you said it, why you going to say the employer of Baba and call for the police business morning? To open that place. Call the motor is in the Bible, take it back. It's okay, say they will pay them. How are you? And the guy was standing to the door, they should have standing to the door, asking that question, why are you breaking the woman place down? Why are you breaking the one they want naked and they tell you stand there too? Who will pay the whole two of you? Can you imagine with them? Can you imagine why the women are protecting in this country? Why the women are protecting in this country with them? Why are the women? So they are afraid and they scared to set it down, who look at it. Nothing happening in the country. Our friend made them scared, our mother made them scared. So the whole world, and they were proud to put it on social media. And I was looking at them, and I was doing a video with them to show them, come on, if on the woman, you can just looking for the woman and show you, come on, if on the woman. And he said, come on, listen on your castle and see what's doing the rest. So I'm calling all the Liberian people. Let's get a woman justice. I'm calling all the embassy to come to our aid with surface. We are dying on our water. What's going on your country? Get on our face. The woman said the judge, you can't prove. You not see the when you told John the woman all the more paid it, and you want to bring just in my home, and yet they will break the house for you. That woman will die. She's living with a trauma. We're calling all the Liberian government to tell us what's going on your country. Let's walk out tell us if you don't rest in the people what's going on your country. We can't understand. I rest my case.
Thank you. Thank you, Masisi. Let's go to Spencer Mohammed. Let's talk to Spencer. Spencer,
thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Morning, Winda.
Good afternoon. Welcome, Spencer.
Good afternoon, Winda. Thank you. Winda, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from Down Coast Munio. Went down community, a member of Concern Liberian for Justice. Look, Winda, firstly, I would like to use the medium to condemn in the strongest manner what happened to that lady, the mother of Liberia yesterday. This should not be attitude of a law enforcement officer. And law enforcement officer should be the one who is to protect and serve. But if you're looking at a law enforcement officer,
Spencer, are you there? Spencer, are you there? Oh, Spencer, I think it's network. We lost you. Spencer, are you there? Okay, we have to discontinue because of network problem. Let's talk to you. Hello? Yeah, welcome to the show. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is T.O.P. Wedding and I represent Concern Liberian for Justice.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
The brother, just telling us that this government is just rubbing it in our faces because Liberia has given itself praise to this government. We are showing ourselves to be weak. The government just feel they can just rile us any kind of way. Why on earth will you just be praised to have the boss to do that kind of disgusting thing? When you get a kind of huge just case that as of yet remain to be corrected, there is no or suspect in the 19 later just don't have suspect. All we have is a personal interest. And that personal interest is then enforced by this government. That's why we say they are big on names, they are big of it in the basket that these guys refuse to catch. Why we have a personal interest? Our laws are Okay. Should be told that this is not narcotic state. That they are going to be a narco state. They're not happy about it. But we're not telling Bogara we're not happy. We're not happy that here is trying to do jobs and they are infiltrating us and they are destroying our image from the international scene.
Okay.
We keep them and they're looking at them. Thank you, everyone. We know.
Thank you. Spencer, let me give you 30 seconds, please.
I was online, I dropped online.
Yeah, so you have to take 30 seconds. Let's go.
I want to call the attention of John B. Kanga Lawrence. The latest of substance that were over the last 6 years protesting profusely about every unorthodox attitude exhibited in our country over the last year. Why are we not hearing any statement from Yomli about what is happening? Why is he silent? Oh, is this other woman not a woman of Liberia? We protesting around here? Look, this is the sheer hypocrisy of this government. This government is aware that they brought into the country 19.5 million worth of drugs. According to our sources, somewhere around 500 million worth of drugs was brought into this country, and this government wants to divert our attention. But we will not remain silent. This government will tell us who brought those drugs to Liberia, for which our children are being drugged. And then everywhere in the street today, you see our children standing in the street, beating their parents. The government is doing the honorable thing to do what is right. If President Buhari is aware of this drug, if it is his children that brought this drug, let him put in to tell us. Because almost a month we yet to know who brought those drugs in Liberia, but our mothers have been disgraced for the drugs that they brought and gave it to our people to be stored. This act must stop, and we, the Liberian people, will stand against it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning to the family.
Go ahead.
But what they are doing is that even the people that are going to power, they have most female voting for him. They have a West. So, I use this crazy now. What you should tell you to me. So, since we're very trying to this, what also now we get a new of those who are important that you say you're going to call back a poor people who is not following. So, we very bad from this. On the airport, we try to bring what is funny today, but instead of try to bring it, they can't only. So, because we pay for it, it's going to pay for everything that is like because thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Rosetta. Let's talk to another person. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, people. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you. You have a minute.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel. According to people around people.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my people, thank you for having a good time talking out and letting the people know about the Liberian situation. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And to the Freedom FM family, I say good morning to every one of you. Yeah, I go to the point. You see, they told me my pocket, and I won't need it. Yeah, from Lower County down there, when you said, you know, if I will not help the Liberian people. I will continue telling the people until even the time of campaign, I told the people, I said, join my pocket, I'm going to help you. He will not help you. You will not have no anything to do with Liberian people in the sense I say here is, look at the thing that happened in the drugs in the country. They do not talking about the drugs. They got people raping people all around time. They're not talking the guy working with NSA, raping little boy. They're not talking nothing about it. They're the naked or murder. Yeah? What kind of good thing you doing? You get the people to enjoy. Nothing kind of it goes free. So I could just say that. I mean, I'm a boss to many bosses. I'm talking about Joe Biden will not do nothing, and I will tell people, and I will control the videos, no development, everything will be stopped. I don't pray for it, but I want people to put it down.
Okay.
So my brother, I'm letting the people. Like I'm going to say, I can say.
Thank you. Let's take Rebecca Sayer. Rebecca Sayer, let's take you 1 minute. No time. We're running out of time, so make use of your 1 minute.
Oh, yeah, good morning. You said you were coming in my earbuds the other day.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Becky. I'm sorry, Becky. The old age coming.
I know everything that happening around us.
I know.
But when I thank you for the show, I just want to do a little short contribution on what's going on in our country. It's so scary, but I don't know. When I saw the video from the DEA with that woman or the women in the house naked, and the thing about everything that they are doing in country, the things that they're doing it to the people. But we who out of the country, then the whole country will be what it is infected from whatsoever that is happening in country. When they're ready, they will be killing people. Beating on somebody, killing them on a live video. Then they share it and people standing around. People standing around. Nobody will go to that person rescue. We're talking about 19 million drugs in country. But then you beating on our women and the naked DEA. Those men, they got women, they got girlfriends. Some of them got children, they got daughters. They got mothers. Even you get daughter, you get wife. But you got the person that brought you to the earth is a woman. Then you naked a woman publicly and you say you are carrying on operation. This is wrong in our country. But again, maybe the government in power that their medicine law. Let me put it in a liberal way. Maybe that their medicine law that what they deal with. So when they do those things and the citizen that's supposed to rise up, will go to the embassy or whatever and say, you know what, don't kill every one of us. They just sit it down and look it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you. I can feel how I can tell the frustration in your voice. It's not easy, man. Look, I'm telling you the way that woman video is I'm telling you it's so sad for our country. You take a woman picture butt naked and just share it all on different social media pages and you feel good about it because you said you were affecting the law. Is that how you go about affecting the laws? Is that what your ethics told you to do? That when you go, you see woman butt naked, if you go to effect an arrest, when you see a lady butt naked, you should videotape her? Did your ethics tell you that? It's so sad for our country. And Biago, Fitzgerald Biago, the head of LDA and your deputies, my friend Ernest Tappe, when you play with many people, go after you because it's wrong. We put the people out that will go to your offices with placards and everything, because it's wrong. Those guys that did that went to effect that arrest, all of them, the guy who headed that squad, they should all be dismissed because you can't have those kind of people in the system. Woman that you're not loving till you see your nakedness, then you feel good about it. Somebody's daughter, somebody's girlfriend, somebody's wife, somebody's sister. You see her nakedness and you just put it on the social media and you feel good about it. And you forgetting to know that you were given birth to by a woman. Man can born you. Man can fertilize a woman to born you. But it's sad for our country. Let me send controls back to my guys so we can go. Tunis and Aliyu, let's hear from you so we can go.
The government of the DA officers that went to that woman's house, they need to be suspended, and those who videotape her, film her, and put her into social media need to be fired. Well, how do you go ahead?
Yes, thanks, Mr. Nibne. Thanks for the callers and opportunities. The problem here, we condemn the act of the LDEA, but Spencer Mohammed or Young Bikanga Lawrence is not going to talk on this because you work in the government, and this was done by the LDEA, and they are also part of the government. Anything that happen in the country, when people in the government are involved, or you don't hear these people talking, but when this incident happened at red light, she was all on social media. This is a troubling video, but this one is not troubling to her. It's not humiliating to her as a mother. So nothing is going to happen. Bwakai had to rescue that country. He was not elected to bring officials to be raping people's children, to be sodomizing people's children, to turn Liberia into a drugs hub, to be importing and exporting drugs. No, he wasn't elected for that. He was elected to rescue the country. And these are things like yesterday they condemn. We pray for his government to succeed. We want the best country. We want the best out of Liberia, but equally so, he must govern the right way. God bless America. God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for calling. We are calling on the women group in Liberia, the same way you used to stand out there to protect and advocate for other women. Please say something about this lady. It was this video going around very disgraceful. So we want to hear from you. Don't be selective, please. All right. Since this government came into being, I have never seen you one day out there do anything. But the past government was so adamant being out there every now and then. Please, if you're silent on this, it will be a very disgraceful thing to us. Believe me, you women, we are calling upon you people to come to the aid of this woman. Please. Thank you. And your followers tomorrow morning will be here again, giving you, entertaining you, and giving you the best of what's happening in Liberia. Thank you, Wendell. Thank you, Ali, for sharing this platform with you guys. Have a good day.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, thank you. Mr. Nimbe, you should please call me. Yesterday, you forgot. I reminded yesterday. I said after the show, you should call me. So please call me, please.
The old age is coming, so you're please.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Now, if you have time, please give me a call anytime today.
Okay, sir, I will do that. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, we got to go. Thanks to all of you for being there. And we want to say a big thank you again to the management team at the National Port Authority. I'm impressed with the work that is ongoing there. The enlargement of the fence, the electronic devices that have been installed, to give our people free access to the port. And nowadays, I mean, there's a good system. We've been told there at the free port of Monrovia. So we want to say kudos to the management team headed by Sekou Dukle. Keep doing your best for your country. You were charged with the responsibility to do it because you're being paid by taxpayers. So do your best and leave the rest with God. All right, folks, that's it. Let's go home.
I can't stand no more, 'cause I'm a fool. I can't